All right, Wolfpack, what's happening? How you guys doing? Okay, let's go over Friday's workout real quick. Excited for this day. B and C both look pretty fun. Good opportunity to get better. And it's pretty scalable across the board for everybody. So let's get into it real quick. Warm up or movement prep. Okay, remember if this is easy for you guys, or you want to make it a little more challenging, you can obviously always add weight to some of these movements, but it's meant to just open up the movement for the following portions that you're going to go into. But again, that's your choice. Okay. Russian baby makers. These are when you're in your squat position. You probably want to go a little bit wider than normal. It's essentially a Kang squat without a barbell, but you're going to start at the top. You're going to good morning down. And as you get to the bottom position, you're going to drive your knees out as far as you can with your elbows. Grab your toes, and then you're going to pull your butt down and get your chest up. And then you're going to revert back up into that kind of like good morning position while you're holding on to your feet. And then you'll go back down. So you're kind of just flossing in and out of that squat good morning position, okay, for 6 to 8 of those. And then your Cossack squats, 5 on each leg, get nice and wide. Again, you can add a light weight to this if you want to make this a little more challenging and if you've got the movement pattern down pretty well, okay. Muscle cleans. So 5 muscle cleans, and in between each muscle clean, you want to sit in there for a little bit of time. Front rack stretch, so you can go one elbow at a time, both elbows at a time. Okay, back down to the hips, muscle clean, and a little bit of stretch. So you probably want to accumulate a minimum of 20 to 30 seconds in that stretching position, or that front rack position with the barbell, okay? And then inchworms plus 5 step forward plus step back lunge. So this is just one leg, you step forward, lunge, back, step back, lunge, and that's 1. You can do that 5 on each leg, okay? And if you want to pause for a second on the ground in each and get a little hip flexor stretch in, that's totally fine too, okay? These are supersets, so how this is going to work is if you have a rack, you're going to take the barbell out in a front rack position, do 5 front squats, re-rack it, go right to the back, and then you're going to AMRAP that same weight as many as you can with this tempo. So if we have viable weight, obviously we're going to try to make this 5 reps as tough as you can. So you create a little bit of fatigue in the legs, a little bit in the core, and then you go right into the tempo back squats. So back squats obviously a little stronger than front squats. So hopefully you're a little tired from this, and then the tempo also fatigues this a lot. So I guess the goal would be to make this as heavy as you can for 5, and then the AMRAPs can kind of be dependent on each person. You might try to get 6 to 8 plus, something like that. I think that'd be pretty solid. If you don't have a rack, you're just going to have to clean the barbell up and do your 5 front squats. And if we're not able to obviously lift enough weight to really make that 5 hard, then add a tempo there, okay? Bench press, again, if you have a rack for bench press, you're going to set it up for bench press. Same stimulus intention here, 5 heavy reps. Rack it and go to the ground as many push-ups as you can, so you get that overload fatigue. And if you don't have a bench, this can be done with a floor press as well. Same little setup, okay? And then just a little core work, 20 sit-ups, 15 V-ups, 10 leg lifts, 2 to 3 sets of that. Then the workout here, I'm going to go 6 minutes on, work your way down, and then you're going to work your way back up for that second 6 minutes. So I know we don't all have a lot of space for overhead walking lunges. So if you do, you can obviously go 15 steps this way and 15 steps back. If you're in place, it's your choice whether you want to step forward and count that as a lunge, or if you like to step back. I prefer stepping back because it kind of simulates more of that walking lunge position where you're actually pressing off in a forward motion, so you're stepping back and pressing forward, but some people like to step forward and push back, so it's kind of up to you. But it's going to be 15 on each leg, and you can switch at any point in time of your hands over your head if you have a dumbbell or a kettlebell, okay? And if you don't have that, you can just hold the barbell above head, okay? 20 bar facing burpees, and the remaining time you're going to do as many thrusts as you can. With something like this, we're obviously looking for not a super heavy overloaded weight to where we can still move it with a ton of fatigue from the burpees and the lunges. So make sure we choose a viable weight for yourself. It might be 75 to 95, I would probably say is pretty reasonable for most. I probably wouldn't exceed 95 unless you're looking to get less of cardiac CrossFit stimulus. You're looking for a little more like slow strength endurance where like the heart rate will actually come down in the thrusters. So I guess you can choose for yourself, but I would go for the stimulus of the workout is a lighter weight so you can do a lot of reps, okay? Because 4 minutes later, you're going to have to come back, and you're going to have to start with 30 thrusters, get those done, 20 burpees, and then you're going to AMRAP the overhead lunge, okay? So again, choose the weight on the thrusters. It's going to be appropriate for you. Essentially, this should take, if this was a walking lunge, 8, 16, probably looking at like a minute, 15, maybe a minute 30 if we're not moving like crazy fast. 20 burpees, hopefully a couple minutes transition time. So you may actually have around 3 minutes on the thrusters. So it's a lot of time to really be AMRAPing this movement. So you shouldn't really go out of the gate and do a set of 20 and then fall apart and do like sets of 4 or whatever it may be. So pick a good rep count where you can keep the thrusters moving quick, get a big chunk done, drop it, quick rest, pick it back up, quick set, and you're gonna get through more that way. It should be a little bit more beneficial that way. Okay, and then that should give you a decent idea of what you need to do for the thrusters in the bottom. All right, have fun with this one. Looks like a good time. Post your scores, and I will see you guys on the video next time. Hang in there, guys. Day by day, we're gonna keep cruising along, and before you know it, we'll be back in the gym, sweating it out in the 100+ degree weather and enjoying some AC. All right, guys, have a good night. Later.